Halloween night in 1890 was a time of mystery and anticipation. As dusk settled over towns and villages, flickering candlelight illuminated carved turnips and pumpkins, casting eerie shadows on cobblestone streets. The air was crisp, filled with the scent of autumn leaves and the distant sound of laughter. In this era, Halloween was rooted in Old World traditions, blending Celtic folklore with Victorian sensibilities. Children and adults alike donned simple costumes, often homemade, and engaged in playful games and fortune-telling. Communities gathered for lively parties, sharing stories and treats that reflected both superstition and celebration. The night was a unique blend of fear and festivity, marking a moment when the boundaries between the natural and supernatural seemed to blur. Halloween traces its roots back over 2,000 years to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. During Samhain, people believed that the boundary between the living and the dead became blurred, prompting rituals to ward off wandering spirits. With the spread of Christianity, Samhain gradually merged with All Saints' Day, creating a blend of pagan and religious customs. As these traditions traveled to North America with European immigrants, Halloween began to change. By the late 19th century, it evolved into a community-centered holiday, featuring parties, games, and festive gatherings. The focus shifted from spiritual rites to lighthearted celebration, laying the foundation for the modern Halloween we know today. On Halloween night in 1890, communities often came together to celebrate with lively gatherings and festive activities. Neighbors would host parties featuring games such as bobbing for apples and telling fortunes, traditions believed to bring good luck for the coming year. Children and adults alike dressed in homemade costumes, sometimes inspired by folklore or popular stories of the time. Homes were decorated with carved turnips or pumpkins, their flickering candlelight adding a mysterious glow to the evening. Many families prepared special treats, like spiced cakes and roasted nuts, to share with guests. Storytelling played a central role, with tales of ghosts and spirits captivating listeners around the hearth. These customs fostered a sense of community and excitement, making Halloween a memorable occasion for all involved. During the late Victorian era, people participated in a variety of peculiar traditions that reflected both superstition and a playful spirit. Apple bobbing, for example, was a popular game at autumn gatherings, where participants tried to catch apples floating in water using only their mouths. Another curious custom involved mirror games, often played during festive occasions. In these games, individuals would gaze into a mirror, hoping to glimpse the face of their future spouse or receive mysterious visions. Such traditions were not only sources of entertainment, but also provided a glimpse into the beliefs and social practices of the time. These activities reveal how the Victorians blended folklore with everyday life, creating rituals that were both strange and memorable. Long before modern Halloween traditions, people observed a variety of superstitions that influenced their actions on this mysterious night. Many believed that the boundary between the living and the spirit world was at its thinnest, allowing ghosts and other supernatural beings to roam freely. Omens played a significant role, with certain sights or sounds thought to predict good or bad fortune for the coming year. Fortune-telling was a popular activity, as individuals sought to glimpse their future through rituals involving apples, mirrors, or candlelight. These customs were not merely for entertainment. They reflected deep-seated beliefs about fate and the unseen forces that shaped daily life. Over time, many of these superstitions faded, but their legacy can still be found in some of the playful traditions we enjoy today. In 1890, Halloween costumes and disguises played a central role in the festivities, but they were quite different from what we see today. Costumes were often homemade, using simple materials like sheets, masks, and old clothing. The focus was less on specific characters and more on creating an air of mystery or mischief. Many people dressed as ghosts, witches, or animals, aiming to conceal their identities rather than to impress with elaborate designs. Unlike the pop culture-inspired costumes of modern times, the disguises of the 1890s reflected local folklore and superstitions. The act of wearing a costume was closely tied to traditions like guising, where children and adults would go door to door, performing small tricks or songs in exchange for treats. This practice laid the groundwork for the trick-or-treating we know today, but with a distinctly different style and purpose. Halloween is celebrated with a wide array of games and activities that appeal to both children and adults. Classic favorites include bobbing for apples, where participants try to catch apples floating in water using only their mouths, and pumpkin carving, which allows for creative expression with spooky or funny designs. Trick-or-treating remains a highlight for kids, as they dress up in costumes and collect candy from neighbors. For adults, haunted house tours and murder mystery parties offer thrilling entertainment. Some lesser-known pastimes include telling ghost stories around a fire, playing fortune-telling games like apple peel divination, and organizing scavenger hunts with eerie clues. These activities help create a festive atmosphere, blending tradition with new experiences each year. In 1890, Halloween celebrations were marked by a variety of foods and treats, each carrying its own traditions and symbolism. Popular recipes included soul cakes, which were baked to honor the departed and often given to children who went door to door singing and praying for souls. Apples played a central role, featured in games like bobbing for apples and in dishes such as apple tarts, symbolizing good fortune and abundance. Nuts, especially hazelnuts and walnuts, were roasted and used in fortune-telling rituals, believed to reveal insights about future relationships. Colcannon, a hearty Irish dish made from potatoes and cabbage, was sometimes served with hidden charms inside, each representing a different fate for the person who found it. These foods not only provided sustenance, but also connected participants to the mystical and communal aspects of Halloween. Folklore and ghost stories have long played a significant role in shaping the atmosphere of Halloween night. Tales of haunted houses, restless spirits, and mysterious creatures of suspense and excitement among those who celebrate. These narratives, often passed down through generations, contribute to the eerie, mysterious mood that defines the holiday. As people gather around to share chilling stories, the boundary between reality and imagination seems to blur, heightening the sense of anticipation. The influence of these traditions can be seen in the decorations, costumes, and activities that characterize Halloween, all designed to evoke the supernatural. Ultimately, folklore and ghost stories help create an environment where fear and fun coexist, making Halloween a unique and memorable experience. Halloween has long been a time when communities and families come together, strengthening social bonds through shared traditions. Neighborhoods often organize group activities like trick-or-treating, where children and adults alike visit each other's homes, fostering a sense of trust and camaraderie. Families collaborate on decorating their houses and carving pumpkins, creating lasting memories and encouraging teamwork. Community events, such as costume parades and local festivals, provide opportunities for people to connect beyond their immediate circles. These celebrations help break down barriers, allowing individuals to interact with neighbors they might not otherwise meet. Through laughter, creativity, and collective participation, Halloween serves as a catalyst for building stronger, more connected communities. In 1890, Halloween was a subject of considerable debate among religious and moral leaders. Some viewed the holiday with suspicion, associating its origins with pagan rituals and questioning its compatibility with Christian values. Churches often discussed whether participating in Halloween festivities, such as masquerades and fortune-telling, might encourage superstition or undermine moral discipline. Others argued that the celebration could be reinterpreted as a harmless community gathering, focusing on neighborly goodwill and innocent fun. These differing perspectives reflected broader tensions in society about tradition, morality, and the influence of popular customs. Ultimately, the meaning and appropriateness of Halloween remained a topic of ongoing conversation, shaped by both religious convictions and evolving cultural norms. Over time, many superstitions and traditions that once shaped daily life have gradually faded from memory. This decline can be attributed to several factors, including advances in scientific understanding, which often dispelled the myths underlying these beliefs. Changes in social structures and the influence of modern technology also played a role, as communities became more interconnected and exposed to new ideas. Additionally, shifts in cultural values led people to question practices that no longer seemed relevant or beneficial. As generations passed, these customs were less frequently taught or observed, further contributing to their disappearance. Today, while some remnants persist, many old superstitions exist only as historical curiosities. Halloween traditions from the 1890s have left a lasting imprint on the way we celebrate the holiday today. During that era, customs such as bobbing for apples, carving turnips instead of pumpkins, and hosting parlor games were common features of Halloween festivities. Over time, many of these practices have evolved or faded away, replaced by new traditions like trick-or-treating and elaborate costume parties. The emphasis on community gatherings and fortune-telling has largely diminished, giving way to a focus on commercial decorations and themed entertainment. While the spirit of fun and mystery endures, the meaning and methods of celebration have shifted, reflecting changes in society and popular culture. The transformation of Halloween highlights both the preservation of certain customs and the loss of others, illustrating how holidays adapt to the times. As Halloween night fell in 1890, an era of mystery and enchantment swept through towns and villages. Shadows danced in flickering candlelight, and the crisp autumn breeze carried whispers of old legends. The traditions and superstitions of that era created a sense of wonder that still captivates us today. Even as decades have passed, the allure of Halloween remains strong, drawing people to its blend of fright and festivity. Its enduring fascination lies in the way it invites us to explore the unknown and celebrate imagination. The spirit of Halloween, both mysterious and magical, continues to inspire curiosity and delight across generations.